Okay.
So what you do is kind of put the net in. You got it! You got it! What do I do now?
Mission fisherman completed.
阿哥一个 carrot cake，一个 Hokkien 米，一个螺米。Hi, I'm Wenqi, and I'm always in the midst of digging in. But I wonder, will food always come this easy? In recent years, we've seen how climate change can impact our food supply. And because we import most of our food, there is a crucial need for our food supply to be more resilient. One of the goals of the Singapore Green Plan is to produce 30% of our nutritional needs locally and sustainably by 2030. But in land-scarce Singapore, how do we make that possible?
So I'm going to meet Shanice, a home farmer who grows over 20 types of fruits and vegetables in her HDB flat.
Wow, you have so many plants here. So how often do you harvest?
Like once a day. I do cook, so I will harvest whatever that I need.
Then what's your proudest achievement in this garden?
My proudest achievement will be my round gourd. I will usually cook up a stew with the round gourd.
I see. Then when you eat the stew, is it 特别甜?
It's the sweetest dish ever.
Wow.
This is my prize melon. I harvested about 1 week ago. Been taken out
What
from
melon
the
is
fridge.
this? Like honeydew?
This is actually a French type. It's called Petite Digris Renis.
Cheers! Yay! What do you think is the benefits of growing your own produce? Why don't you just go supermarket and buy?
When you grow something, you want to know what you have put into the soil. It is definitely way fresher. It's healthier.
We all know about the 30 by 30 goal. Do you think it's achievable?
I think it's achievable. There's a lot of people who utilize rooftop and it's terrace, like being car parks or even buildings. And people grow a lot of veggies and fruits.
Because we have a lot of underutilized spaces that we can be creative with.
Right.
I've always thought we needed huge spaces for farming, but seeing Shanice's home garden today, I've realized that farming today looks really different and it's possible even with our space limitations. Now I'm curious to find out the other creative ways in which we're trying to grow our own local produce. And to get my answers, I'm headed straight to a fish farm that's located right here.
This is EcoArk, a smart floating fish farm near Pulau Ubin, producing 20 times more fish than a conventional coastal fish farm. And I'm here to meet Sosi, the head of farm operations.
We produce about 160 tons of fish annually here. It's about 3% of Singapore local produce. So we mainly produce sea bass, but we have some pearl grouper, red snapper as well, and we are actually moving towards threadfin.
They know we are gonna throw food to them.
Yeah, that's why they are coming
They're all coming up to the surface. This place kind of looks different from what I'd imagine a fish farm to look like. I mean, why are all the fishes in tanks?
So EcoArk is a closed containment floating fish farm. Our closed containment system basically protects the fish from outside environmental threats. It also protects them from weather changes. In turn, we get higher yield. So now we're going to try to harvest some fish.
Okay.
So what you do is kind of put the net in. You got it! You got it! I think you got one. Yes. Yep. What do I do now?
Definitely not my best look. But that's just how surprised I was to find out about this modern farm.
I also noticed that there's a lot of technology.
So our water is filtered before entering the fish tank so that we get less sick fish. In turn, we get higher production. We also have auto feeders to feed our fish. This in turn reduces the manpower we need on the farm.
So in your opinion, how do you think Singapore can become more food secure?
I think Singapore can be a bit more food secure if there are more local farms. For example, EcoArk, we are ramping up our production and hoping to increase our production by 5 times next year.
So what can Singaporeans do to, I guess, help Singapore move towards a 30 by 30 goal?
Buy our fish.
Will that make a difference?
Yes,
Really?
definitely. Yeah.
Like my one purchase makes a difference?
Yeah, because you're supporting local produce.
Right. I've never thought of Singapore as a farming nation because we're just so urban. But at the end of the day, we'll always need local produce to supplement our food imports.
And individuals like us can help by supporting and buying local produce at supermarkets and online marts.
This way, we are one step closer to achieving our green plan goals.